Hi, it's Virginia coming at you late in the Cayman Islands on Tuesday evening. It is almost 9 p.m. here. I thought I would come on tonight and share my top 6 fat burning foods. So I've been around about the diet industry for quite a long time. Started going to the gym when I was about 15. At that stage, watched my mum doing various diets, her friends doing various diets, and then been in and around the gyms, watching all the diets, seeing all the videos that were out at that time, because it was videos, and all the ladies' magazines, because I used to be reading up on my grand's magazines as well, so my grandmother's magazines. I remember her having things like People's Friend. That's the one I can remember the most, People's Friend. And she was always on some kind of diet as well. So I've seen all kinds of different diets over the years in the gyms, around about friends, from books that I've read, courses that I've done, things that I've tried myself too. So I've tried so many different diets as well. Stopped dieting, I think when I was about 19. But before that, I had tried all kinds of diets, and I had an aunt as well who was in the medical profession, so she shared lots of tips with me too. So I actually got to see diets playing out over the years, and that's why I thought I would come on and share with you my top 6 fat-burning foods. So here we go. I'm going to list them for you. Grapefruit, celery, kale, lemon water, coconut oil, is that 5? And apple cider vinegar. Great fat burning foods. No, they're not. I'm telling you lies. It's a whole load of rubbish. You are going to see so many articles out there telling you that these are the best fat burning foods. So for anyone who's just joining us, so I've just had a couple more people just jump on the call just now. I was sharing my top 6 fat burning foods, and I'll just run through them again. Grapefruit, celery, kale, lemon water, coconut oil, and apple cider vinegar. But I'm telling you lies, because it's all a pile of poo. And if there really was any great fat burning food out there, then the diet industry would be completely dead. Because if it was grapefruit, we would all just be eating grapefruits. And if it was kale, we would all just be eating kale. And then we'd all be really, really sick because we wouldn't be having a proper diet. There are absolutely no fat burning foods out there. So, and if you think there is, find me the science and show me the science. Show me the science that says if you eat this, it will burn fat. There's no point. There's no point in trying this. And things like apple cider vinegar. I love apple cider vinegar, but I'm going to tell you how I love apple cider vinegar. I love apple cider vinegar mixed with a little bit of olive oil and some pepper and thrown on top of a salad. It is so good with a salad. If you take things like air fried potatoes or air fried breadfruit, and you dip that in, once they've been air fried, you dip that into apple cider vinegar. It is absolutely delicious. As for taking big cupfuls of apple cider vinegar and expecting it to work wonders on your body, it's not going to happen. Excuse me. It's not going to happen. So I would just stop doing that, and I would go back to taking your apple cider vinegar as something that you can use to dip in your chips. It is delicious if you dip in chips and fried food. Grapefruit, I absolutely love grapefruit, and I can tell you that I've tried all this stuff as well. So I have gone through periods of like 4 to 6 weeks where I've taken apple cider vinegar every morning. The only thing that I ended up with was a little bit of indigestion, and I thought I was actually going to have heartburn at one point in time too, because I'm quite sure that I wasn't doing my stomach lining any good at all, putting all of that acid into it, and certainly not cupfuls of acid. So it didn't work. It didn't burn any fat. I didn't change my diet at all during that period, other than to have the apple cider vinegar, and it didn't work. The other one I mentioned was lemon water, and I absolutely love lemon water in the morning. but I drink lemon water in the morning because I don't like drinking normal tap water in the morning. Let's face it, it's absolutely tasteless. And I don't always want to have coffee first thing in the morning. And I'm thirsty and I don't enjoy just having a glass of normal water. So I like being a bit precious, bit of a princess, putting on the kettle, having some warmish water and squeezing a little bit of lemon juice into it. But I only squeeze a little bit of lemon juice into it. And it actually does make me feel quite good. I always feel, I'll tell you what it is, I feel hydrated. And I think when you feel hydrated, you feel healthier and you feel like you've got a little bit of energy. So I never ever found that drinking that lemon water was making me lose any weight, but it was certainly starting me out in a good place because I was having that water in the morning. It was hydrating my body. And it meant that I wasn't necessarily going to dig straight into food. And it's put off the period of time before I would enjoy a coffee or a tea or anything else. So I always find that having that big glass of lemon water in the morning is just a really nice way to start the day and to hydrate your body. But don't go thinking that you're going to lose any weight unless what you do is you take something else out of your body. So if you are out of your diet, so if you decide that what you're going to do is skip breakfast and have a glass of lemon water instead, then so long as you're not then starving by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon and filling your face with junk, and you're actually replacing that meal with the lemon water, then you're going to lose weight. But you're not losing the weight because of the lemon water. You're losing the weight because you're putting your body into a calorie deficit. You will always lose weight when you put your body into a calorie deficit, unless, of course, you are sick. And if you're sick, then you should see the doctor, not replace it with lemon water. And the other things I was saying was grapefruit. So grapefruit was a great one. And my gran used to tell me back in the day, that have your grapefruit in the morning, a half a grapefruit, and it is going to make you lose weight. Well, I remember that Gran would have her half a grapefruit in the morning, but she would then just have the half a grapefruit. She wouldn't then have the oatmeal that she ordinarily had. So she would go through these 4 to 6 week periods of having her grapefruit for breakfast in the morning instead of her oatmeal and milk. And yes, she would lose weight. But then once she'd lost the weight and she'd switched up the grapefruit for the oatmeal again because she realised that she was actually hungry and needed to eat, the weight went back on again. So once again, the grapefruit is great. If you're thinking that just eating the grapefruit is part of your everyday without changing your diet, then you're not actually going to lose any weight, and it's not going to burn fat either. It's just going to be more sugar that you put into your body because grapefruit is sugar. However, if you take something out of your diet and you put the grapefruit into it, if you've put your body into a calorie deficit, guess what? You're going to lose weight. So there we go. Quick one for tonight. My top 6 calorie or fat burning foods, they don't exist. There are no fat burning foods. The only way that you are going to lose weight is if you put your body into a calorie deficit, or you kill yourself in the gym. And by killing yourself in the gym, I mean you go to the gym and you work out for hours and hours and hours and hours and totally exhaust yourself. And if you do that, you're only going to end up sick. So if you want to lose weight, do your training, don't kill yourself, eat healthily, put yourself into a little tiny bit of a calorie deficit. But by doing that, I just mean remove the junk from your diet. Because if you eat healthily and you work hard and you sleep and you drink at least 8 big glasses of water a day, you will either lose a little bit of weight, or if you've no weight to lose, you'll stay nice and steady. Of course, I'm not looking here at macros. Macros are what your people will look at when they're trying to lean out, for example, or put on a little bit of muscle weight. But then we're being quite specific when we're looking at the macros that you're consuming. So if you want to gain a little bit more weight, for example, and build a bit of muscle, you're going to up your protein, you're going to up your carbohydrates. So there we go. That's it for tonight. Fat burning foods, they don't exist. Don't get conned. Don't go buying them. Don't go buying fat burning supplements either. They don't work. Pile of rubbish. Eat a healthy diet, exercise, sleep and drink water. And unless you're sick, and I always preface these things with unless you're sick, because I'm not a doctor. But if you eat healthily, exercise, sleep and drink your water, then you will get to where you're supposed to be. And I always say it that way rather than losing weight, because I think that we're all meant to be a certain size. We all have different body shapes, but we're all meant to be a different size. So if you're healthy in the way that you're living, you're moving, you're drinking, you're sleeping, then your body will get to where your body is supposed to be. And let's face it, we all know where we feel most comfortable, and we all know where we feel healthy. And I can tell you exactly where that is for me. I'm 5'8", standing 5'8". I'm always at my healthiest when I'm around about 140 pounds. So give it a try, get rid of all the notions of finding fat burning things. You'll end up saving yourself a whole pile of money as well. And just go out there and eat healthily. That's all you need to do. Eat healthily, drink water, sleep, and get some exercise in without killing yourself in the gym, and you'll be all good. Hi Claire, hi JC, thanks for tuning in and listening to my dribbles tonight. I'm just always hearing people talking about fat burning foods and fat burning supplements, and I just know it's a whole pile of rubbish. I've been around this for so many years now that you're much better off just eating healthily. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Got some comments here, share them with you whilst I have a cough. Really need to remember to have some of those 8 glasses of water at the side of me when I do these videos. So there we go, just a few comments. Healthy food, as little processed as possible, and some exercise. And yep, Claire, I could not agree more. Health is the very first wealth. And that's what it is. And JC's just added here that it's big business. Well, that's the issue. It's massive business. And I think the point is that if these things were going to work, the fitness business, the supplement business, they would be out of business if these little things worked. So it's all about the food. It's about what you eat. It's about how you move, what you drink. And, I like to think as well about how much you sleep, because when you sleep, your body repairs. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm going to come back and talk about other things as well. So one of the things I'm going to come back and talk about is collagen. I take collagen, but not for the reason that you probably think I take it. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. Happy to carry on chatting to you guys about these things in my chat on LinkedIn, in the messages, whatever you want. I have been, as I said, around about the diet and the fitness industry since I was 15, and I'm heading up towards my 51st birthday now. So I've been there with everyone from bodybuilders to bikini competitors to the mums who yo-yo diet, to people who've actually been sick through being morbidly obese. So I've learned a little bit, picked up a little bit, and being a lawyer, I like to read and research. So I have read so many books on different diets, how the body works, etc. as well. So happy to have chats. And you're absolutely right. You're right with that, JC. That's exactly what it is. It is that desire to find a magic solution. If it was easy, then everyone would be their correct weight and everyone would be healthy, of course, without taking into consideration the illnesses that we can't do anything about. But we're not. We're out there, we've gotten lazy, and we're looking for magic solutions, and there are so many businesses out there capitalising on that. And with the way that Facebook and Google works, it's easy to find your target audiences. The one I see at the moment is everyone targeting menopausal and perimenopausal women, and they're targeting these women because they were the women of the 80s and the 90s who were out there dieting all the time. So now they've got them in a place where they're unfit, they're gaining that little bit of weight because the body's slowing down through menopause. And let's face it, these women are busy. They're working, they're looking after children. They're not necessarily able to put themselves or look after themselves as well as they can. So they're gaining weight, they're unhappy, and the market seems to be out there capitalising on these women at the moment. So they need to come and speak to me, because I can tell them just how easy it is to stay fit and healthy without all the nonsense and all the medication that is out there. And I'm going to caveat that again, except the medication for sickness, because I am not going to deny the fact that there are illnesses, etc. out there. Thank you, Tamer, for your comments as well, and for listening. I'm just cottage cheese, and oh gosh, Claire's just shared the cottage cheese and pineapple one. Do you know, my gran used to do the cottage cheese and pineapple fad, but she did it before the 80s. She must have done it whenever I was in the 70s, actually. She was having her cottage cheese and pineapple at that stage. It is absolutely nuts, the things that we've done all over the years. And I hate to say it, but it's women. It's women that we are being taken advantage of by the diet industry. What we got here, I think it's criminal what they do, especially in the US. In Europe, it's not so bad. It's pretty bad in Europe. It's pretty bad. Just like following lots of my friends on Facebook, my school friends, etc. There are so many diets. So many of my friends in the UK eat per points. And I'll tell you a really, really funny one. I'll get shot for this because it's my dad's partner, but my dad's partner makes big, enormous pots of no point soup so that she can just sit and eat and drink cups and cups of this soup, because allegedly it has no points. And that's a big diet company that is promoting its point system. Can you imagine living your everyday, counting your calories, looking to see whether something has got the right number of points? There are so many more important things in this world to be concerned about, rather than being concerned about how many points you're putting into your body each day. We're just being taken advantage of, in a nutshell. Anyway, I'm going to go because I have to go and grab that glass of water. I'm so grateful to everyone for your comments and for telling me your cottage cheese and pineapple, Claire, because that's just making me laugh at the moment. As I said, thanks everyone for tuning in. As you know, I'm here every day, so I'll be back again with my topic. I think I might talk about collagen and a few of the other supplements that I take, and the reason why I take them, because it's not always the obvious reasons. Right, I shall see you tomorrow. Thank you again. Bye.